Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my live Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great. Well, as you can see right here, guys, I got a little more. I want to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that I saw on all sites. Yes, TMZ. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff. For some reason, it's disturbing, but it's not shocking. So we're going to talk about this massive archive that TMZ said that they all of a sudden, found on a cryptic site, saying that they have almost 13,000 files of Sean Combs. So I want to go ahead and talk about that right there. All of a sudden, they went ahead and found some files, just like all of a sudden the phone started ringing. So hold on one second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I promise you, the phone was not ringing until I decided to come on live. So, again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. And make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content or however you feel led. But I know for some reason, YouTube been tripping because yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the other day, I had like 65 people that came on and viewed my live. And then yesterday I had almost 30, but the numbers, it doesn't add up. But I saw where a lot of other people, they was complaining and saying the same thing. So it got to be YouTube. Something is going on. But before I continue, guys, I got to make sure that I do my disclaimer. And right here is the copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, and we want to make sure that we put that out because we got a lot of people out there that they likes to go ahead and attack your channel. So guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share with these videos. So making sure if you are getting fed, getting good information, because like I said in here, we are grown folks. We're not here to sit there and sugarcoat or tickle anyone ears. I stand on my truth, and my truth may not be your truth. But if this is not your truth, if you feel like, this is not the channel for you, just go ahead and exit out, But like I said, this right here is what I call the year of exposure. And what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that every rock is unturned. Okay. But also for purposes such as criticism, like I said, it is what it is. News reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research for fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So don't go around and try to attack anybody's channel. Okay. So it's all right for us to play a little clips now and then, even though we do our commentary, because this right here is for research, is for reporting. So again, guys, make sure it's not going to it's not going to hurt you. Go ahead and hit like, or if you feel like you want to go ahead and support this channel, here is my Cash App, Real Talk 985. So now that I got all that out the way, guys, we want to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that is going on TMZ. But before I talk about the stuff that's on TMZ, I want to go ahead and share something, even though this is an old article of Kobe's Bryant's wife, when she went ahead and she had settled with this lawsuit, that she had going on. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $38 million that she had settled out because, people that's supposed to protect and serve was putting some information out. So this has nothing to do with it, but I just feel led. I want to go ahead and talk about it. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. I see my girls in the house. She says, let's talk about it. Hello, chat. How are you doing? Hope you are doing great. I like when people come in and comment, and not just sit there and just watch, like some trolls, come from out of the bushes, like I sit there and say, this is grown folks, in here we eat meat. We not, drinking no milk. Okay. So let me go ahead and share this right quick before I continue. So, yeah, I want to go talk about this a little bit and then we're going to get back to all the other good stuff. Okay. But I feel led. For some reason, I feel led. I want to go ahead and talk about this right here. Okay. Making sure that everything is together. So, this is an article. I just want to go ahead and talk about. This article is by, I think it's NPR or KRVS. But this article right here is a very old article. I don't know, guys. You most likely probably done read this about 101 times. But this right here is Kobe Bryant's family had settled a helicopter crash photo lawsuit for $28.5 million. And as you can see right here, this is Kobe's wife and one of her daughters, and I guess his attorneys are friends. I don't know who all they are. But also it says in this article right here, it says that the Los Angeles, the family of the late Kobe Bryant had agreed to an 28.5 million settlement with Los Angeles County to resolve the remaining claim in a lawsuit over this disputable oh my god, my tongue is tied now, and firefighters sharing gasping photos of an NBA star, his 13-year-old daughter, and other victims killed in 2020 helicopter crash. Attorneys and court filings said, well, this is an old article. And also it says the figure, including a newly agreement upon payment for the country of a 13.5 million, with the 15 million federal jury awarded Brian's wife Vanessa Bryant at a trial in August. The agreement resolved any future claims, which this is not what I really want to go ahead and talk about. I want to go ahead and talk about, who are the ones that had leaked that information. And I think this is a different article that I had pulled up. This must be another one because but the pictures, oh yes, well, let me see right here. It says deputies, sorry about that, guys. Deputies and firefighters responding to the crash scene shot phone photos of the body and the wreckage, which Hashmel, I can't see that, argue at trial while an essential part of assessing the situation. But the picture was shared mostly between employees of the country's sheriffs and fire department, including by some who were playing videos, games, and attending an award banquet. So right there, let me put my glasses on so I can make sure I see it. So right there, I just want to go ahead and put this out right here because when it came to Kobe Bryant's wife, her privacy, it was violated. And she ended up suing them of 28 point something million dollars because it was people that had supposed to protect and serve her. Right there, it says that the deputy and the shelves and the sheriffs, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a firefighter had went into a bar, and I'm gonna say allegedly, and went ahead and shared some pictures, and that's how she was able to go ahead and sue, because of that privacy was violated. So let me go ahead and get out of that. I just wanted you guys to go ahead and see it. I can't hardly see it that good because it's kind of, I didn't have my glasses on, it kind of far off. You guys, I hope you guys can see it. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it right there. But also, let me go ahead and get out of that. I just felt led to go ahead and talk about this right here, how Kobe Bryant's wife, her privacy was violated, and it was violated by the people that supposed to have protect and serve was out there on the scene and went ahead and shared some pictures. So he that have an ear, let him hear. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I put that up. So let me go ahead and get out of that right there, and I'm gonna get back to this right here. Okay, like I said, this is an article right there that TMZ had put out. Let me see if I can share. it might not let me share it because for some reason, when I go onto the site, it always, mess up. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let me go ahead and open this right here. I want to go ahead and open this right here. Let me get out of this right here and try to close some of these sites. Hold on, because I can't see nothing. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. So let me go ahead and do this right here. Okay. So I want to go ahead and show this right here. But first, let me show you this right here. I was kind of upset when I saw this. I hope you can see this right here, where before I get to what I'm talking about, how TMZ all of a sudden saying that they went to a cryptid site and saw where people is trying to sell 13,000 files, to the highest bidder. But right here, I had found this disturbing as well because his kids has nothing to do with this, especially his girls, and for TMZ to post pictures of his twins, to me that was drawing the line, and I just don't understand, especially when it comes to our people. Where's the outcry? You don't see the outcry when it comes to stuff like this. But right here, it says that Diddy twins daughter's supportive father amid sex trafficking probe. Now, why do you think that they went ahead and they put that? But like I said, a lot of this stuff that you see is just to embarrass you. You're not going to see that they do any one else, like that. But when it comes to our people, they don't care. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they are teenagers. They probably most likely be 16 or 17 years old. But for them to post this, and saying that the dad, the children are supportive of their dad, and then they want to go ahead and put sex trafficking. And the thing about it is that when it comes to Sean Combs, he have not been arrested and he have not been charged for them to attach that on them. Wait until, the investigators, they and whoever, go through all the stuff that they have, the information. Let them do their proper research, guys. Just let them do their proper research. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you right there. But let me go ahead and raise it up some more. And I want to talk about this right here. This right here. Let me make sure I put my glasses on and see if I can see it. Well, it's not letting me opening up that article right there. But right there, see if I can go ahead and pull it up on my phone, where it says that the Diddy NFL listening a claim to have private footage going to the highest bidder. So let me see if I can pull it on my phone because I really can't see it on my computer. Sorry about that. Let me pull it up on my phone. Like I said, and say this is how they do us, and everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And you got to, wait and give a person, a fair chance, instead of just running, and jumping to everything that we see that they put out there, because you already know that when it came to Roland Martin, he went ahead and shut down a lot of stuff. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna carry him back up because now I can see it. Okay, because I'm gonna go ahead and use my phone. I was using the screen, but right here it says that Diddy in NFT listening boasts footage, a rapper going to the highest bidder. And it also says alleged after hours export are set to be unearthed. That is, if a new listing hyping up, suppose blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. TMZ has been made aware of a listing on a crypto exchange site that went up by a person who proposed to be, they say propose, it's PURPORTS. I guess it meant supposed to be in possession of a lot of Diddy's footage over the years, much of which they claim features him in some compromising situation. And this part right here, like I said, is disturbing, but it's not shocking, because if it has nothing to do with anything that's illegal, then it's they cannot put that out. They cannot put that information out, because just like I had read an article when it came to Kobe Bryant's widow wife, when they went ahead and they leaked some information, and all that stuff had got all on TMZ and I'm gonna say a legend on other sites. And Vanessa, she ended up suing them for $28 million. And I'm not, I'm just talking, this is just me giving my commentary, but it's just kind of weird. I don't know, but to me, it's kind of weird. All of a sudden, of all the people, TMZ was the one that found this site, this crypto site that's saying that this person, somebody, they have almost 13,000, files of pictures and all kinds of stuff of Sean Combs, and like I said, if it's not anything to dealing with, of what he's being charged for, sex trafficking and anything that's dealing with children, and if it's something that, his personal stuff and it's get out, if I was him, I sit there and I make sure that I find who is the person, that putting that information out. And it's saying right here is the list unleashed never before seen footage and photo of Diddy in this resident, private jets, studios, and various other location engaging in private activities. So they saying that, some of the private footage, is of him in his at his resident, private jets, also in the studio and in other different locations, and often doing and saying what appear to be very controversial things. The listing claimed to have video of Diddy partaking in what is described as various dubious activity, but stop short of suggesting anything he currently under a microscope for. So it's nothing to do with something that they are trying to charge him for. I guess it's just some stuff that when he was partying and, having a good time, but still of all, why would that be a part of TMZ? Tell me, why would that be a part of TMZ wants to go ahead and put that news, and especially when you putting out his personal business. So the question is, where did they get all this from? Because, all this stuff is happening. And I'm just saying, I'm just giving my opinion, after they went ahead and they raided his home. Now, all of a sudden, we getting all types of stuff that's just leaking on a crypto site, just coming out of nowhere, like I said, I'm just saying, all this right here, it's just alleged, I'm just giving you my opinion. Okay, he that have an ear, let him hear. And also it says, in any case, the listing says any interest party can have access to this massive dump they claim to have, which they say entails over 13,000 files and 3 terabytes of content for a price nearly about $1.5 million. Now, right there, they need to sit there and figure out who is this person, that on this cryptic website, wants to sell information and pictures of Sean Combs and wants to sell it at a price of $1.5 million. Make it make sense. And where did they get all this information where they have 13 point something files, 13 point some thousand files that they ready to sell it to the highest bidder? Make it make sense, guys. And also it says right here, which it's what they hoping to sell it for. And indeed, all these alleged Diddy content is being harked as an NFT, and the listing says you can take it off their hands and get access to the files for a cool 425-watt wrap. I don't know what that means, which comes out to a total of $1,494,000 and few cents. That's are the best offer they can file. Now make it make sense. But you're going to see, like I said, you're going to see a lot of this stuff right here, especially his personal stuff, stuff that we never even seen. You're gonna start seeing all of his personal pictures and information and all different type of photos. You're gonna see all that stuff is just gonna come out of nowhere. And most of the ones that's going to report all that is going to be most likely on TMZ. Okay. So, like I said, make sure that you heard it from here first. Okay. So, let me go ahead and see. Oh my God, I got all of this site. I want to go ahead and read a little more. You see how I said this is what I call. I call these people, I call them crafty counselors. Crafty counselors. But that's why I sit there and say, we got to let these people do their jobs. I see right here when it says valid tour says any male within 10 feet of P. Diddy for more than 5 minutes is a power bottom. Chiefs getting, well, I don't even want to talk about that right there. I don't even want to talk about that because, like I said there and say, we focus on other stuff. Let me go ahead and block this person. You ban. I don't want nobody that sit there and talk trash because we don't talk trash. We get to the bottom of everything, okay? Because all of us, all us been through something, and if you feel like you never been through something, keep living. Trust me, boo, keep living. So, right here it says there is no evidence that back up the notion this is legit. So if there's no evidence, then why they're trying to sell it for millions of dollars, even though the listing claim it is 100%, and so forth. There is no offer for what they are selling. It just goes to show everyone is getting in on a Diddy feed and fringy, even in crypto land. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff, how is it getting out? How is all this stuff getting out? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. And all I can sit there and say, I only can give you guys of what's they put out there, okay? What they put out there. But I want to know where are they getting all this information?
Right to be angry. You know who's even more angry than they are?
This is not what I want to show right now. I want to go ahead and pull something else up. Let me pull this up right here. And we only can go by of the information, all the stuff that they put out. But we already know,
Apes in the house looking for stuff.
You see pieces of the computers, it looks like.
Let's go ahead and let's play this right here. I feel led to play this right quick. And for some reason I can't make my screen big. Guys, bear with me because I'm still sitting there trying to learn how to do this streaming stuff. I can't even see this stuff. Okay, I'm trying to make my screen a little bigger. For some reason I can't see this. Okay. Let's play this.
Diddy's houses in LA and Miami in connection with sex trafficking allegations against the mogul.
You see everything, they just ransacked it. There's just clothes and things all over the house. Door jams broken, raided through all the drawers and stuff. They drilled into a couple of different safes in the house looking.
They drilled in a couple of safes. Let's go ahead and read some more. And all of a sudden, they got something going on a crypto site where someone is trying to sell files of information of Sean Combs and nothing that, has to do with what he's going with, what he's going through right now. But they want to put anything that they can to embarrass this man. But the thing about it is, who are the ones that's putting out all this information? And I'm just talking, guys. I'm just talking like anybody else, okay? Let me go ahead and read a little more. It says, of course, the backdrop to all this is the fact that Diddy got raided on both coasts this week by the feds. This as he's become the target of a federal investigation that's looking into various claims. He denied any wrongdoing, and he also hasn't been charged with a crime. But if he haven't not been charged with a crime, it's like he's guilty until proven innocent. I thought he was innocent until proven guilty, make it make sense. But let's go ahead and play a little bit more of these clips right here, guys. Let me go ahead and put this right here. Okay, let's go ahead and play a little more of these clips right here.
For stuff.
You see pieces of the computers, it looks like, on the floor.
You can see they broke the actual like towers apart.
And right there, going into his computer, his tower, and pulling out all types of stuff, wires, it's like, what are these people was really looking for? And and why always TMZ always on the scene of all this stuff right here, and how they are the first ones to get all this information out, all the stuff that I went ahead and I read to you guys of how that they was the ones that first saw the site, this crypto site, of someone is trying to sell information for millions of dollars, and all this stuff, now coming out. Why no one, Ben, came out and said that, they saw a crypto site, of selling all of, some personal information when it comes to Diddy. We never heard none of that until after the warrant. Okay. And I'm just saying, guys, he that have an ear, let him hear. I'm just talking just like anybody else.
You can see everything in it.
I'm just talking like anybody else. I'm just talking like anybody else. Okay. So let me go ahead and get out of this. I just wanted you all to see. And also, I wanted you all to see when it came to Vanessa Bryant, how, she didn't allow these people, to just, come out and put some pictures of her family, and they laugh or, make it like it's entertainment. This is not entertainment, because this is people lives, So let me go ahead and get out this right here. I'm just closing some things. I'm surprised that I'm not glitching, because usually when I start opening up all these different sites right here, I usually go into the matrix. But let me know what your thoughts about it. How did all this right here information, end up on an unknown crypto site, and TMZ, they was the first ones to go ahead and discover this stuff that's going on. And this person that has 13,000 files, all of a sudden, they wants to sell it to the highest bidder, make it make sense. To me, it's a lot of stuff that is just going on. And the thing about it, when we so caught up on one thing, oh, he did it, and oh, he needs to be under the jail, he needs to go through all this stuff. But what about all the little stuff that just don't make no sense, just don't add up? Because like I said, a person is innocent until proven guilty. So if you got to make up something just to sit there and get this man behind bars because you feel that he deserved, to be locked up, but still of all, he deserved a fair trial just like everybody else. And also, when I had showed you the article of TMZ when he posts his kids, that right there, that was out of line, because those kids, like I said, they got to go to school, and also they have a mother that is deceased, and they've been through so much stuff, and just to see their face is on TMZ, to me, that's traumatizing. And that's how all those different generation curses, that's how it passes down, because we don't know the damages, that we do when it comes to our children. That stuff, it trickles down just for us to, be entertained, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And also, I want to go ahead and read this right here, because I went by fast. I didn't know that I was going to go through it that fast. It's almost 30 minutes within. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I want to go ahead and read the scripture right here, because I like, when I come on, I like to read a scripture before, I come on. So let me see if I can see it, guys. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. I think I can see it. I want to read the scripture right here. It's coming out of Psalms 31:4. And it says, your enemies will set a trap for you and hide their hands in a line, for which praises the Lord for delivering David from his enemy. And this verse right here, is letting you know that David's enemies, they had set an ambush for him, but it fails because God is his refuge. Among the foes who tried to capture David were his own sons, Absalom and Absalom's followers. So right there, this scripture right here is showing you how your enemies will set a trap for you. And the thing about it is, once they set that trap, they try to hide their hands, like throw the rock and hide your hands. And the thing about it is that it's not a stranger. It always be people that because the ones that had set the trap for David, King David, it was Absalom. It was his son, and also his son's followers, his friends, people that was in the same, camp that he was in. But what they was trying to do, they was trying to set a trap for David. And the moral of the story right here is that, we tend to sit there and set traps for people, don't know what's going on, and the thing about it is never, someone that we thinking, somebody else. It always be our own people. Let me just say it like that. It always be our own people. And like I said, you have to see it from, especially from a different point of view. That's why I say I call myself a critical thinker, because I am not the type of person that would jump off of the bandwagon just because you see Squatty Dotty and everybody all on this bandwagon. So I'm supposed to jump on the bandwagon as well. No, we have to be able to weigh everything out, not so quick to judge. We can't be so quick to judge. And like I said, when it came to Sean Combs, yeah, he probably have done a lot of stuff. Like I said, I don't really follow when it comes to the entertainment, arena. I'm a person, that I try to stay into my spirituality, but I also can take the foolish things, which I look at this right here as the foolish things, to conform the wise. Now, he might have done a lot of stuff that, a lot of people are saying, that he did. But also what I'm saying is that he deserved a fair trial just like everybody else. It's just so gut wrenching, especially when you see sites like TMZ and they writing articles after articles. It's like they trying to help these people to smear his character, which a lot of stuff, you got to take accountability of. But to put stuff out there, and also to put things about his children who does not deserve all this right here. And the thing about it is that we don't do a daggone thing about it. We still support this. We still run with this mess. And half of the stuff, like they say, believe half, because some of this stuff, it's not true. It's like people gonna do whatever they need to do because of money is involved in it. And like I said, when it comes to my platform, I want clicks, I want likes, but I have to sleep at night, and I cannot tell you something just for a clickbait, something that's is going to put money in my pocket. Because what's the purpose? I talk about it all the time. What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? And for TMZ, to come out and report this right here, and saying that, they have a crypto site that's putting all this information out there, and this person is trying to sell it to the highest bidder, and they don't know if it's true, but why are you running with that story? Why are you running with that story? Make it make sense. If you don't know if it's true or not, why are you running with this story? And how did that person, that's what I want to leave you guys with. How did that person get that information, and why now? because we already know the excessive raid, and it really wasn't of a raid. And people calling it a raid. It was supposed to be a warrant to go in and gather some information and get out. It was not supposed to be an arrest warrant. It was supposed to be a warrant where they just go in, and do their job. But now, after they went in and they turned his house completely upside down, the kids' rooms completely upside down, broke things out of the wall and cracked doors, and all of a sudden now we hearing that someone got 13,000 files of Diddy partying and on his jet, and pictures. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. So, like I said there and say, it's some things that we have to just, we just have to sit there and just sit back and stop being so quick to judge, and just see how these crafty counselors, they play their game, because this right here is just a game, guys. But the thing about it, at the end, it always be us, be the ones that's be checked out. Okay, so let me go ahead and get out of this. I want to talk about this right here.
One, I don't have the legal.
Hold on, let me talk about this right here.
Too much money's going to migrants, and you're cutting too many programs, right? People are feeling like, they never have money for us, but as soon as migrants come in the country, they find money.
And listen, people have a right to be angry. You know who's even more angry than they are? I am. Number one, I don't have the legal authority to stop the buses from coming in.
Let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's go ahead and talk about this right here. We talk about all this other stuff that is going on, but it got so much stuff that is going on, that's going to affect us all. And we could talk about the migrants, how, they are crossing the border and they coming in and they getting all types of benefits. And you hear right here where you see this mayor saying that, he cannot control this, he has nothing to do with all this, but the thing about it is that when you saw all the people, the migrants came from Haiti, what did they do? They pull out whips and they was acting like this was the Wild Wild West. Hey, my girl, I see my girl Queen is in the house. She say, happy Saturday, Lady D in chat. How are you doing, my girl? Yes, guys. And I got 15 people in here, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content, because YouTube be tripping. But yeah, I want to go ahead and talk about this right here, because this mayor, he is saying that, it's really out of his hands. He really, can't do much about it, but, and how he went to the site where the migrants was, and, he offered them something, and most of them, they turned it down. They're not turning the food down just because, they want to. They dealing exactly what they want to do. They just wanted to put their foot inside. Once they put their foot inside, then everything, like I said, free game. They going to make sure that they get jobs and driver's license and benefits, and get everything that they need, even if they got to sit there and come into your community, and you're going to see how these people are prospering, but the thing about it is that we don't talk about stuff like this. Stuff like this is boring. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing like that. I want to hear gossip. And that's why they give us what they want to give us. That's why exactly, things like this happen, because they know if they want to distract us, keep us distracted, then they're going to put something that we like, because we idolize celebrities, we like to be entertained. But, this right here, this is serious. This is serious how these immigrants, they can come in, and once they let them in, that they get free benefits, they get vouchers and all types of, they get all types of things. We even saw where it was a reporter saw some of the migrants was being housed in luxury 5-star hotels. But when The Haitians came. Oh my God. Just look at this. Look at this when the Haitians came. When the Haitians came, they was pulling out whips. We thought that, we was back in slavery days. Look like what you call these people? Bounty hunters, catchers, night riders. I mean, it just looked that scene when we saw this right here, man, it just brought back memories. It's like it traumatized us. But this is how they treat our people. Look all the stuff that is going on in Haiti today. I mean, so much stuff is going on in Haiti today where Haiti is about to collapse. They saying over 200 gangs have formed. 200 gangs have formed. I mean, Haiti is going through some hell. Yeah, my country girl says she heard about that as well. But you see, we don't want to talk about stuff like that. But God say, tell it to them anyhow.
Authority to allow them to work, which they want to do. That's against the law. I don't have the authority to say, I'm not going to house you and give you 3 meals a day. It's against the law for me to do it. I don't have the authority to deport someone that commits a crime here in this city and turn them over to ICE. That's against the law. So some people say, well, Eric, you giving them more than what you're giving us. Go to the HERC centers where they are, the shelters. Their restrooms are outside. Their showers are outside. They're sleeping on cots. They get 3 basic meals a day. And when I go visit them, they said, we don't want any of this from you.
And see, let's go ahead and talk about that. When he has said, this mayor, when he go visit them, they don't want anything from him because they already got it all planned out. Look, this right here, what you giving me, we got bigger stuff. We already got things planned out. These people going to make sure that, they get bank loans. They're going to make sure they get good housing. They're going to start opening up businesses. Start moving into your community before you know that all your jobs and, you still out there, living homeless under the bridge and robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they still going to be living good. This is a wake up call right here. This right here is what I call a wake up call. All this right here is a wake up call. Because now, this right here, we are moving into what I call AI, with all the robots and the robots taking jobs and the little jobs that they have left. Who you think they're going to give it to? Who do you think that they're going to give those jobs to? They're going to give it to these migrants. That's who they're going to give these jobs. And I was just saying, I've been talking about it for so long and people don't want to hear me. Oh, I don't want to hear her. I mean, people wants to, my little teeny weeny small channel, they wants to sit there and try to, get it off. They don't want to support me because they don't want to hear this. Our people don't want to hear the truth. Our people don't want to hear the truth, but I got to tell it because if I don't tell it, then the blood is going to be on my hands. But we are moving in an era right now where I call the book of Revelation. We are living right now in the book of Revelation. I can show you scriptures. I know exactly how to rightfully divide those scriptures. That's why I tell everybody, I say, don't throw your Bibles away. Don't throw your Bibles away. My girl said, keep speaking. I'm listening. Amen. Amen. And also, 2 or 3 together, the Most High God is in the midst. See, some people, they need that crowd. Like I sit there and say, sometimes I'd rather have people that I know that is, they hear and they faithful and they hear what thus says the Lord, because it says, my sheep knows my voice, and a stranger they would not follow. They would not follow. But the thing about it is that we are now, guys, in what I call the book of Revelation, where the book of Revelation is unfolding. And we're seeing all the signs right now. That's why I always tell you guys, I say, don't get ready, be ready. Be ready. Don't get ready. Be ready at all times, because you never know when that thief is going to come. And that thief is not going to sit there and give you heads up and say, oh, I'm coming in and I'm going to rob your house. What thief that going to give you heads up and call you and say, hey, D, I'm coming in and I'm going to rob your house? No, the thief is just going to go ahead and show up. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the kinker worms, the palmer worms, and the locusts. All they are coming to do is suck you up dry. And you sitting there, you thinking that, oh, I got time. We spending all this foolish money. We spend almost, and I talk about it all the time, and I'm going to continue talking about it. We spend trillions of dollars a year on foolish stuff, but it's going to be a time that we're going to wish that we have that money. That's why I said there and say, we got to be good stewards when it comes to our money, because like our grandmothers used to say, you never know when that rainy day is going to come. And that rainy day, as you can see, is here, but we can't see it because we're so blinded by the things and some silly things of this world. But when that AI start coming into full effect, which it is right now, but we just don't see it, all your jobs, it's going to be most likely taken away from you unless you have a very, high degree. You make sure you have a good college degree. Because as you can see in some parts of different states, they are working right now in these fast food restaurants. I saw robots was frying fries and hamburgers. And you might sit there and say, well, I don't want to work in no fast food restaurant. But you may not want to work in a fast food restaurant. But it's going to be a time that you're going to wish you had worked in a fast food restaurant or have some kind of knowledge, because somebody else is going to come and they're going to take these jobs. And that's why, like I say, they're bringing in all these migrants. And I'm just talking. It could be allegedly bringing in all these migrants because you don't want the jobs. So what the robots is not going to finish, they're going to bring in the migrants and they're going to sit there and they're going to work. Do you actually think that these people wanting to pay you $20 an hour to work in a fast food restaurant? The minimum wage, if I'm not mistaken, in some of the states, it's like $20 an hour. To some, that's a lot. But they most likely say, look, I can't pay these people no $20 an hour. I'd rather go ahead and purchase a robots and let robots work. At least I could go ahead and get the job done. And if the robots can't do it, then bring in these migrants. You don't know what these crafty counselors are doing. You don't know what's going on with these crafty counselors. And the reason why you don't know, because you wants to be entertained. You wants to sit there and you wants to buck dance. And long as you keep your eyes on these foolish stuff, then they're going to continue working overtime on you. And that's real talk. But we are right now, guys, of what I call living in the end times. We are in the end times where it's going to take, and I could show you a scripture, it's going to take you a whole day wages just to buy wheat. I would say today, just to buy a loaf of bread. And it's happening right now. You go right now into some of these stores with $100. And I promise you, you're not going to come out with no more than 4 or 5 items. And especially if you are on a fixed income. But yet we got these immigrants. We got these people that's coming in. And they sitting there, they eating what I call the children's bread. They eating what I call the children's bread. When we got people right now that's right here on American soil that is homeless, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And now that they are building robots, and robots are taking some of these jobs. And if a person cannot feed their families, what you think is going to happen? And they can't jail everybody, because it's going to be sooner or later, the jail's going to be so jam-packed, where it's just going to be just like in the Bible days, how they said about Silas, who that was, Paul and Silas, how the jails started breaking open. This right here is Bible prophecies right here. So you start packing people up and just jam-packing them up. What you think is going to happen? And what do you think going to happen to these people? What do you think going to happen to these people? He that have an ear, let him hear. And that's where we're moving right now in what I call end times. So we ain't got time to sit there and buck dance and entertain and allow these people to distract us, because what they are doing, guys, I'm not going to tell you no lie. This is my ministry. What they are doing right now, guys, they are working overtime on us. And we are asleep. And they're going to continue rocking us to sleep with the things of this world. All this right here, what you're seeing, is just a distraction. Most of all this stuff happens when it's during election time or something that they need to go ahead and cover up. But look at all the stuff that is going on around this world, how all these different laws they're trying to pass. Where I was sitting there, I used to argue with my son when he was saying, oh, they can bring you back to slavery. I say, bring us back to slavery. I say, no, ain't nobody going to ever sit there and try to bring me back to slavery. But now I see it. Because if they start having all these AIs taking your jobs and bringing in all these migrants, and you don't have no food to feed your kids, you watching your kids crying and going to bed with a hungry belly, then you're going to do whatever you need to do to put food on that table. And it's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be very, very hard. That's why I sit there and say this right here is what I call harvest times. Start reaping as much as you can. Stop spending all the money. And I'm the type of person, God had to drop me on my face where I had to lose everything because I was very materialistic myself, because I had everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted. But now we at a time right now, guys, we got to be good stewards. We have to start saving. We have to start budgeting. Don't you know, if we can sit there just on hair supplies alone, if we could sit there and stop pouring into these people and start pouring into Black-owned businesses, and that's what they don't like. Why you think that they trying to tear down all our celebrities that are billionaires? Sean Combs was a billionaire. Jay-Z, a billionaire. We got a lot of billionaires. But every time when they think or utter about pouring back into their community, then the power that be is coming and sending silly sheeps to go in and tear it from the inside out. Come on, guys. Come on. You mean every leader, every entertainer, every person that's trying to do something for their people, they always be graping. They accused of graping. They accused of scamming and frauding. I sit there and I watched a video. It was a school. I think she was a principal, and it was a some principal that was. I think he was. I think it was a principal. Whoever it was. The Palm person, the Palm principal, he wanted to get rid of this other principal. I think it was the assistant principal or someone. And he said, we got to find something on them. We got to find something on. They didn't know that they was on a hot call. And he was talking to someone. We got to find something on them. That's what they do. That's what they do. They got to find something on them. Because they don't want to see us rise. They want to see us at the bottom. Well, you might as well say, well, why do they want to see us at the bottom? Because we are the lifeline to everything exists. We are the ones that's pouring into that system. We are the ones that's making them be able to enjoy the fruit of their labors. Not the fruit of their labor, but of our labors. They are the ones that's getting fat. But we are the ones that's robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you are absolutely right, my girl. My girl, you are absolutely right. Time is winding up. But the thing about it is that we got to wake the hell up. Wake the hell out of our own people. Because our people is the ones that's doing the most. Our people are doing the most. These people will give you a little teeny weeny piece of cheese, and they would throw that little piece of cheese out and got all of us fighting. And I'm not calling out people rats, but like rats fighting over that one piece of cheese, not knowing it's all ours anyway, guys. It's all ours anyway. If we just stay home for maybe 1 week, the entire economy are going to collapse. All their businesses will be out. But the ones that you need to watch, you don't watch. How they build in robots to sit there and put you back as if we're going back to slavery. Because now robots going to be able to do everything. And they're not going to need you anymore. And the ones that they need to clean or maybe, help, to maintain that. And if the jobs are shortage, they ain't going to hire you. They going to hire people that look like them. Oh my God, y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear this because see, you guys want to be tickled. You guys wants to be stroked. But like I said, all this right here, guys, is what I call distraction. He that have an ear, let him hear. All this right here is what I call distraction. And you see stuff like this, it does not run fast because see, we want to be entertained. They know. And I'm also gonna find. I need to pull out this book I was reading. I need to pull out this book right here. Come on, guys, come on. I have 20 people in here and only 4 likes, but you see, that's how they do me. That's how they do me because they don't want to hear this type of talking. I don't want to hear this. What is she talking about? But it's going to be a time that you wish you're going to hear it. Just like the Most High God had told Ezekiel. He said, Ezekiel, go and tell these people. And he sat there and say, even though there are some stiff-necked people, tell it to them anyhow. So the Most High God said, tell it to them anyhow. I have almost 20 people in here and only 4 likes. Make it make sense. But that's all right. God say, don't worry about the numbers. Because see, that's what trips you up, the numbers. When you do things, you have to do it because you know this is God sent. Because not everybody wants to hear the truth. Because we live in a world that love its own. We live in a world that love its own. We ain't ready to come out of this. We're not ready to come out of this. We like it like this. It's like a dog going back into their own vomit. But it's going to be a time that you wish. You're going to say, Lord, I wished. And it's going to be too late. The door is going to be closed. I see it. Guys, come on. I see how everything is about to unfold. It's going to be just like the 10 virgins. 5 was foolish and 5 was wise. And I read those scriptures to you guys before. The 5 foolish just squandered their money, their oil. They all had the same amount of oil in their lamp, but they stayed out and they party and they was up all night instead of sleeping, resting till that trumpet sound. And when that trumpet sound, they was not able to get to their destination. The oil ran out. Where they said, can I borrow some of your oil? They say, no, you're not going to borrow none of my oil because you had the same amount of oil that I had. We sat there and we was good stewards over our oil. And it's not like people being selfish. Oh, why they can't share? It's going to be a time people is not going to share with you. Because we are now going into what I call a time of lack, a time of famine. But now is harvest time. And what are we doing? We wants to have the latest designer clothes. We wants to have the long nails. We wants to have the right type of hair and all this other stuff. And we don't want to support our own people. But this right here is harvest time. But what are we doing? We are wasting. And they are laughing all the way to the bank. Laughing all the way to the bank. But to finish the telling you the story, they went and they tried to purchase some more oil. And when they came back, the door was closed. The door was closed. And that's how we are going right now, where the door is going to be closed. Because everybody right now, what they are doing, they are preparing for that day. They are stocking food and building gardens and, making sure that they have enough money. So when that time comes, when there's a shortage of everything, they're going to be prepared for that. And what you going to be doing? Going out there trying to rob Peter to pay Paul? And what's going to happen? They're going to take you out. You can't see, and I talk about it all the time, guys. The system is not messed up. The system is only doing what the system is designed to do, and that's real talk. Thank you, my girl, country girl. Thank you very much for coming on. And those that out there in the bushes, feel led, however you feel led, hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. In here is real talk. So on that note, guys, you all be blessed. Thank you, country girl. Thank you for coming in. One of my good minds. Thank you very, very much. In here is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased.